Hi, welcome to Twin Rivers Council Boy Scouts of America 2021 Internet Recharter. My name is Sandy Elkins. I'm the membership executive, and I'm going to show you the easy way. Yes, there is an easy way. Hi, welcome. Some important dates to remember. The whole month of October is your time to get prepared. Follow the steps on the Recharter Backdater Guide. October 29th, the access codes are emailed to the Key 3. November 1st is the first day you can log into the UCRS web portal to begin. November 15th is the due date for all assistance applications. December 15th is the due date for the charter renewal online submittal, and December 31st is the due date that everything, all your paperwork, all your money, everything needs to be into the council office. So how do you get Internet Recharter done in 10 to 20 minutes? Well, you get prepared during the month of October. You make sure that all your adults have current youth protection training. You want to review your roster. Where do I find a roster? You can find it in Member Manager on my.scouting.org, or you can find it in Scout Book. Review it, look for missing youth, missing adults, get them registered, turn in their applications. You want to make sure that you are not adding any new members during Internet Recharter. Yes, you heard that right. We are asking all of our units not to add new members doing Internet Recharter this year. We want to get them added through the council prior to you beginning. So encourage those new families joining in October, November, and December to continue using the Be a Scout web portal to apply online and pay online, or filling out a paper application, and you can scan, email, you can fax, you can mail it to the council office with the prorated amount. If you're unsure about the amount or how much the membership fees are, please give me a call and I'll let you know so that you can write the check out and be correct on that amount. Following these guidelines will ensure that your renewal processor can get the charter renewal done in 10 to 20 minutes. So let's begin. The Key 3 will give the renewal processor the access code and the link to the UCRS web portal. They'll click on that link, and this is where they register. They'll select the button Register First Time User. The renewal processor will enter the access code, select the type of unit from the drop-down box, and enter the 4-digit unit number and click Continue. For the confidentiality agreement, read it and select I agree. The renewal processor will type in their name. They'll select a super simple password, type in their email address and phone number, and click Register. There are 5 stages to Internet Recharter. This screen shows a brief description of those 5 stages. Just use the scroll bar, and when you're ready, click Begin. Always select the button that says Load Council Information. This page just shows a brief description of all the steps to stage 2. One thing to note, up in the upper right-hand corner is a little gear. You can click on that at any time and log out. It will save all progress you've done so far. On this page, it shows the chartered organization address. If that hasn't changed, you can click on Next Step. Another thing to note is there's a button on the right that says Review Print Roster. You can click on that if you want to review your roster at this time. This is what a draft version of a roster looks like. Here you have your roster with all your members, starting with adults and working their way down to the youth. They're all pre-selected to renew. This is where you're going to deselect any of those members who are no longer going to renew their membership with your unit. One thing to note on this page is on the right, you have an update unit roster. This is very important. Before you do the final submittal of your charter renewal, you want to come back to this step in stage 2, select members for renewal, and click on this button. This will upload anybody who came into your unit while you were doing the unit charter renewal through an online process or through council processing in a paper application. So this will upload those new members onto your unit roster. So try to remember to do that towards the end of this stage in case you know that some new members came on board. Click Next. This is just a summary of all the members that you selected for renewal. Click on Next Step. We're going to skip this next step. Do not use Promote Member. We'll skip through some slides after this. We're going to skip this step too. Do not add any new members. If you absolutely have to, give me a call, let the council do it. On this step, you can update member data. Let's say a member gave you a new phone number, a new email address, or maybe they moved and gave you their new address. You can click on Update next to their name and change that information for them. Click on Next Step. On this step, you can update and change unit positions. Let's say you have an assistant scoutmaster who is going to be a committee member for 2021. This is where you can click on Update next to their name and change out their scouting position. Just make sure that you fill all the minimum requirements. They're shown on the right-hand side of your unit adult positions. Click on Next Stage. This stage is where you're going to check your roster for any errors or warning. Click on Check Roster. If you have any errors or warnings, this is where they'll show it. You need to fix your errors to continue. Warnings you can bypass. So to fix an error, you click on the person's name. Just read what the error is. If it's an error that you can't fix and you need council's help, give me a call. Go ahead and click on a person's name if you have an error. This is the page that you can correct your error. You're in the members' data and you can scroll down and get to the next page. There's usually 3 pages. Get to the area where the error needs to be fixed and make your fix. If you're unable to fix it, again, give the council a call. Click Next. It will ask you to revalidate, and if everything's good, you'll get this congratulations. Go ahead and click on Next Stage. Here's a summary page. You can review print roster. Again, it's a draft version, but if you haven't received your charter organization rep's approval for the revisions that you've made, this is a good way to do it. Send them a copy, a digital copy of the revisions. Get their approvals because you're going to need it here in a few steps. Click on Summary. This is an extremely important step. This is where you can update member fees. This is how you make sure that the calculated fees at the end of this are correct. Let's say you have members who are multiples in several units. Find out where their primary position is. For example, a scoutmaster would be primary over a committee member. So let's say an adult is a committee member in this unit and a scoutmaster in another unit. They're going to pay their membership fee to the other unit, and they're going to be a multiple on this unit. Select Update next to their name, and a new box will appear where you'll select a few things like you'll let them know that they're a multiple, what unit they're a multiple with, and it will remove the fees here in your charter renewal. You will not be paying for that person. This also includes youth. Let's say you have a youth in a troop who also is a member of a venturing crew. Where do they pay their membership? You need to coordinate this with the 2 units. So somebody doing the charter renewal for those 2 units knows who's going to do the update and mark them as a multiple. Also, you need to look at your Boys Life subscriptions here. If they paid for Boys Life, make sure that they're being charged a fee. This way, if they're not, you click on update next to their name and there's a little box that you can click that will give them the Boys Life subscription and put in that $12 fee. One thing I want to note is that exploring posts do not multiple with any packs, troops, or crews. So if you have a member who is also a member in an exploring post, it is not a multiple position. Click Next. This is where you select whether or not your unit is 100% Boys Life. How do you determine it? At least one magazine going to every address in the youth category. So if you have 3 brothers, only one of those brothers needs to receive the Boys Life subscription. If you're 100%, click OK. So if you followed the guidelines and you got your chartered organization rep or your executive officer's approval for the revisions to your charter renewal, this is where you can select their name from the drop-down menu and you can click on the I, we, agree button. Your fees are shown on the right-hand column here, so you'll kind of have an idea what your fees are going to be. If you do not have the approval of your charter organization rep or your executive officer, you can still log out. First, print a draft version of your revisions, then log out, send it to them by email, get their approval, log back in, select their name, select the agree button. If not, you'll have to select the do not agree and you'll have to get a physical signature. We highly recommend that you get their approval ahead of time so you can click I agree. Click Next. Here you're at the payment screen. Your fees are listed here on the right. There are 3 ways you can pay. We prefer to credit card. There is a 3% processing fee. Direct to council, there is no fee. We prefer the direct to council. So make your selection and then click Next. If you paid by credit card, this is what you'll see. If you selected Pay Direct to Council, click Next. If you selected e-check, it will bring up the screen and you'll need to fill in all the information and click on Complete. On this screen, it does give an option to click on a box if you're going to pay by unit account. We at Twin Rivers Council, we do not have unit accounts, so you cannot select this box. This is where, if you're ready, you can click on the Submit to Council button, and this submits your charter renewal. Click on Submit to Council. A confirmation box will appear. Click on OK. The national office has a little brief survey. If you want to fill in some words, go ahead. If not, you do need to click on Save to get to the next screen. This is a screen where you can print your renewal paperwork. You have print renewal application, print annual charter agreement, print easy charter renewal, print JTE scorecards. If you forget to print, don't worry. We have links to several of these forms on our TRC Scouting webpage. And if you forget to print your charter renewal application, we can do that for you. We want to help our units out, save them some postage, so you really do not have to print the renewal application. We can print that for you. Congratulations, you're done with Internet Recharter. See, that wasn't so hard. So if you have any questions, please give me a call. If you'd like to make an appointment with me and we can do this together over the phone, I'd be happy to help you. Please, 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 if you need help, reach out to me or to your unit commissioner. We are there to help you. Thank you, and I'll see you next year.